Good morning or good afternoon. This is lesson 12. So, first, I want you to get out pages 31, 33, 35, and get out 29 as well. 29 is probably going to end up being an exit ticket for today. So, I'll probably end up collecting that one and grading that. So, we're going to start with 31 though. So, save 29 for later as an exit ticket. So, go to page 31. Your learning target for today. I can apply understandings of fractions as the division of the numerator by the denominator to solve word problems. So we're still looking at fractions as division. A fraction is just a division problem. 1/2 is just 1 divided by 2. All right, so this is page 31, starting with the first problem. We're going to draw models. So I'm going to use the whiteboard to draw models. You follow along. Once you feel comfortable to do it on your own, then you can pause the video, solve it, and then check the video to see if you were doing it right. All right. So Sam is making 3 batches of sugar cookies. The 3 batches call for 10 cups of sugar, and Sam has measured out exactly 10 cups of sugar. If each recipe calls for the same amount of sugar, how much sugar is in each cup? So, if you're following cubes, you see 3 numbers, but they repeat 10 cups. So, you only circle it one time. So, 3 batches, 10 cups of sugar. All right. So, what am I dividing? Am I dividing the 3 batches or am I dividing the 10 cups of sugar? So, if I look at my question, if each recipe calls for the same amount of sugar, how much? So I'm going to be dividing the sugar up into 3 different batches. All right. So that's going to be 10 divided by 3. All right. So let's see. Come to my whiteboard. 10 divided by 3. So we're going to figure out each recipe. So there's 3 sugar cookie batches. So each one is going to have the same amount of sugar in it. So 10 divided by 3. Remember, that is just 10 over 3. But I need to know what that is. I need to know how to get that, all right? So what you can do here is what I'm going to draw is I'm going to draw 3 circles because I'm dividing it into the 3 batches. So my circles are going to represent my denominator, okay? So next, I'm going to put 1. So this person gets 1, and I'm going to count until I can't give an even amount. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's see if I can do it again. 7, 8, 9. I'm close to 10, so I can't do it again, all right? So each batch is going to have 3, but that's only 9, and I have 10. So there's going to be 1 left over, 1 cup left over, and then that 1 is going to be split up by 1, 2, and 3. So 3 1/3 is my answer there. So I took the 3, made it my denominator into my circles. These are my batches. Then I put 1 in each one evenly until I couldn't do evenly anymore. All right. So 3 1/3 is the answer for number 1. Okay. So I'm going to clear that out. And remember, you can watch the video over and over until you understand it. Okay. So next is number 2. Darren brings 2 bags of chips to a party to share. So I'm sharing the bags of chips. If each of his 5 friends gets the same amount of chips, how many bags of chips does each friend have? So I'm circling 2 and 5. So how many bags? So I'm splitting up the bags, and it tells me up here I'm sharing the 2 bags. So let's come over here. 2 divided by 5 people is the fraction 2/5. Right. So that, and then I'm done here. So I don't need to do anything else left because there's 2 bags of chips. So if I had the 2 chips, and 5 people were getting something out of each bag, and the reason I'm doing it this way is because the denominator and is smaller, is bigger than the numerator. If it was the other way around, then I would do it like my first problem I did. So there's 2 bags of chips, 5 people sharing. So what fraction is this? Is going to be 5 parts, so it's going to be 1/5. So I'm going to get 1/5 of this bag and 1/5 of this bag to make a total of 2/5. All right. And then another way you can do it is, all right, so how many fifths? There's 5 people. So, no, ignore that. We're going to just stick with 2/5. All right. I don't want to confuse you anymore. So now clear that out. Next is number 3. Mary orders 4 pizzas for her party. How much pizza would each person get if there are 12 people sharing the pizzas? So the pizza circle 4 and 12. If you underline the question, how much pizza would each person get? So we follow. If you continue to follow cubes, that's what you're doing. You're boxing in sharing, because and then each, if you want to put how much, and then each person. So I know I'm dividing. So am I dividing the pizza or am I dividing the people? I'm dividing the pizza because that's the food, and I'm dividing it by the 12 people. So there's going to be 4 boxes of pizza divided by 12 people. All I have to do there is the fraction 4/12, because each person is going to get 4/12 of those boxes of pizza. Because if you look at it visually, there's 4 boxes, and then I could break the box up into 12 pieces. So don't worry about them being uneven. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's 12. So if I do that in all of these, that means that this person is going to get 1/12 of this box, 1/12 of this box, 1/12, and 1/12. So if I add up 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1, that is going to be 4/12. All right. So that's how you get that answer for that one. That was number 3. Next, remember, replay the video, listen to how I'm talking about it, and show your work that way. Number 4, 5 candy bars are shared equally among 3 people. How much of the candy bars does each person get? Circle the number 5 and 3. Underline how much of the candy bars does each person get. You can box in how much, box in shared equally to know that I'm dividing. And remember how much of the candy bars. So it's in the question. So that is what I'm going to be dividing. And since I got people, I know I'm going to be putting the candy bars as my numerator. So I'm going to go to the whiteboard and write 5 divided by 3 equals 5 over 3, because the first number is going to be my numerator, the second number is my denominator. So now we're back to this improper fraction. So when you get an improper fraction here, that's when you're going to use the denominator to make your circles. 1, 2, 3 circles. So whatever your denominator is, that's how many circles you need to make. So now I'm going to count my numerator until I can't make even amounts. So I'm going to start 1, 2, 3. So can I do another 3? 1, 2, 3? No, that would make 6. So I can only do 1 in each one. So that's going to be a 1. Now, how many do I have left over if there was 1, 2, and 3? How many did I have? I had 5, and I only used 3 of them. So there were 2 left over, and I got to break those 2 up and share them with the 3 people there. So that's 1 and 2/3. And if you notice, the denominators stay the same in my improper fraction to mixed number. All right. So that's how you do that for number 4. Next, so on the back on page 32, um, it just says which of the following write the following fractions as division number sentences. I know this right here says Xander and his brother, so that's really number 7 on your paper, but it shows 5 here. So I want to talk about um, number 5 and 6 on your paper. So if I have 13 over 4, think about what I was doing here. If this is 5 over 3 and it's 5 divided by 3, what do you think 13 over 4 is going to be? So 13 over 4 is going to be a division problem. So I want you to write that division problem down. So if 5 over 3 means 5 divided by 3, write down what 13 over 4 is going to be. Same thing with 5 over 8 is going to be a division problem. So it can only be 2 ways. It can be this divided by this, or the other number divided by. So figure out which way you're going to write the division number sentence. All right. And then 1/10 is the fraction on the third one on that one. So how would I write that as a division problem? So I want you to do all 3 of those and write that on number 5 on page 32. All right. And then it says number 6 says explain how you know the division number sentences you wrote in question 5 are correct, because when you're dividing up the first number here in the division problem, which is going to be your numerator. So your numerator is being divided by your denominator, and then in the division problem, the first number is being divided by the second number. So that's how you're going to know which ones are correct. All right. So you can write that as well. So I know that they're correct because the numerator is being divided by the denominator, and in the division problem, the first number is being divided by the second number. All right. Now we're going to clear this out and the Xander problem. Remember, ask questions. You need to come to me and ask questions, y'all. If you don't understand, okay, I need you to ask those questions, because if I'm not going to teach it in front of everybody, I need to know if you're getting it or not, okay? So keep checking in with me, making sure you're doing it right, okay? Next, number 5, which is number 7, like I said, Xander and his brother Brian drink 4 liters of Mountain Dew all together each day. Their mom recently purchased 22 liters of Mountain Dew. How many days will the 22 liters of Mountain Dew last Xander and Brian? All right, so we got a lot of numbers around here. So Xander and his brother Brian, we're not really going to use them. They drink 4 liters, so we're just talking about the 4 liters that they drink every day. The mom purchased 22 liters, so we want to know how many days is going to take them to drink the 22 liters. So we're going to say 22 liters. She bought them all, and we're going to divide it by 4 because there's 4 each day. So they're going to drink 4, 4, 4 until they get to the close to 22. So that's going to be our division problem. 22 divided by 4. And remember, the first number is your numerator. So 22 over 4. Now, since this is an improper fraction, I'm going to draw 4 circles. And this method may take longer for some of you, but those of you that know your multiplication facts, you can figure this out. How many times can 4 go into 22? Figure that out. That's going to be the whole number in the mixed number. Then what's left over? And then the denominator is going to stay the same. So always keep that 4 as the denominator, remember? So let's go ahead and solve now. So we're going to break up 22 into these 4 liters. All right. So these 4 Mountain Dews. So we're going to take these 22 and divide it up into 4. So I'm going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Can I keep going? Yes. 13, 14, 15, 16. Can I keep going? Yes, I got enough. 17, 18, 19, 20. Let's see if I can keep going. 21, 22, 23. No, I can't. So I got to stop here. So how many are in each circle? So look at each circle. You have 5. So 5 is your whole number. So each one can get 5 evenly. What's left over? So this is 5, 10, 15, 20. There was 22. So how many left over? There are 2. Yes, if you realize it was 2, there are 2 left over. I told you the denominator stays the same. 2/4. Some of you may know that 2/4 is also 1/2. So this is going to be 5 and 1/2. All right. So if you got that, good job. Now you're finished with page 31 and 32. Now we're going to look at 33. All right, so next, page 33, picturing the perfect pizza party. 2 after school sports clubs are having pizza parties. For the soccer club, the coach will order 3 pizzas for every 6 students. For the running club, the coach will order 6 pizzas for every 8 students. Since you are in both groups, you need to decide which party to attend. How much pizza will you get at each party? Draw a model and write an equation for each club. So let's write my equation for the soccer club. So I know soccer club, there's going to be 3 pizzas for every 6 students. So there's going to be, I must have 3 pizzas, and I'm dividing it by 6 students. So 3 divided by 6 students, and then that should give me a fraction. And then the running club, you have 6 pizzas by 8 students equals what fraction? So I need to figure out which one of these is going to be bigger, 3/6 or 6/8. All right. Or 3 divided by 6 or 6 divided by 8. All right. So 3 divided by 6, 6 divided by 8. So if we remember the rule that the first number is the numerator, second number is the denominator. So this is going to be 3 over 6. This one's going to be 6 over 8. Do one of these look familiar? Can I change one of these to something else? Yes, I can. So if you look at 3/6, this is also equal to 1/2, right? So that's 1/2. So the soccer, so I'm going to put an S for soccer, R for running. So if the soccer has 1/2, so there's going to be um, half of the pizza for each student. So there's 3 pizzas, so each student is going to get half. All right. Next, is 6/8 going to be more or less than a half? So think about what a half would be of 8. So what's a half of 8? It's 4, right? So if I come over here, 4/8 equals 1/2. So is 6/8 greater than, less than, or equal to 4/8? 6 is greater than 4. So this share is going to be bigger. So if I were choosing, I would choose the running club because this is going to be greater than 1/2 when this one was exactly 1/2. All right. So I'm going to the running club because that is going to give me a bigger portion of pizza. So this one's going to be 3/6, and this one is going to be 6/8. All right. So that's all you do for that one. And the last thing you're going to do before the exit ticket is this journal prompt here. The 6th, 5th grade classrooms have a total of 27 boxes of pencils. How many boxes will each classroom receive? We're going to draw a model. So there are 6 classes and there are 27 boxes of pencils. So I'm going to take those boxes and divide it into the 6 classes. All right. 27 boxes divided by 6 classes. So remember, what's the fraction? First number is the numerator. Numerator is at the top, 27 and 6. So I can draw, since this is an improper fraction, I can draw my 6 circles, and I'm going to count until I get close to 27 without going over it. Remember, if you got the multiplication facts down, all you got to do is ask yourself, how many times can 6 go into 27 without going over? That's your whole number. Then what is going to be left? Ask yourself what's going to be left. And remember, the denominator is always going to stay the same. So it's 6 here. So let's count until I get close to 27. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. Let's see, I got 24. That's getting close. So can I get 6 more? No. because that's going to take me 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. So I don't have enough. So let's count how many do you see in each circle? So you have 4. So 4 is your whole number. So each person or each classroom is going to get 4 boxes, and then there's how many left over. So if I have 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24. So there's how many left over? So I need to figure out 27 minus 24. And then I should get 3 boxes left over. And the 3 boxes are being split by those classes. And oh, look, we see 3/6 again. So 3/6 is going to be a half, right? So 4.5. All right. So once you are finished with that, you're going to go jump right back to page 29 to do the exit ticket. All right. So once you are finished with this, let me know that you're about to do the exit ticket. So I know that you're doing that by yourself and that's for a grade. Okay. So you have to let me know when you get ready to start the exit ticket. All right. That's it for today's lesson. Um, I'll be sending out lesson 13 tomorrow.